You've had a decent sleep last night, so why are you still exhausted by 2 p.m.? You look at your to-do list at work and migraine starts to come, headaches start to come, your brain suddenly feels like it's in a fog, like a cloud just literally swept in, and you can't see clearly, you can't think clearly, you can't sense clearly. And then you've had moments this past year where you just get sick out of nowhere, you're really stressed out and you're busy, and you get all of these physical symptoms and all of these digestion symptoms as well as you continue to grow your business. And you've heard about burnout, but you just heard about it in a sense of like mental stress, not really body stress. Well, I'm here to tell you that those physical symptoms, the migraines, the chronic pain that you thought was gone from years ago, that injury that just came back out of nowhere, these are body symptoms of your nervous system saying, hey, red flag, pay attention, you are about to drop burnout. And all of you're about to drop into burnout territory, I should say. And your system is very highly intelligent. And so if you do not give it the right stimulus, it's going to continue doing that. And all of these are signs of a dysregulated nervous system. So I'm going to give you three non-traditional ways to help you combat this. And no, I will not be telling you to rest more. And I'll explain why. But the three things that you're going to do is going to help you with physiological burnout first and not just sugarcoat things because you've rested, right? You've rested, you've tried it, and it really hasn't helped you because at this point, you don't need more rest. You need better recovery and you need to train your system to feel safe with more activity progressively, gradually. And so these three principles are what I teach all of my 3,000 plus students to combat burnout and my current clients to not just combat burnout now, but make sure that it doesn't happen in the future. Or if they suddenly feel like they're burnt out, then they know exactly what to do to get out of it. And it really just stems from these three principles. So the first one, as I mentioned, rest is not going to help physiological burnout, especially if you still have energy leaks in your system that you need to take care of. Think of your body as you're an energetic being, right? Your body makes a certain amount of energy per day based on your current health and metabolism. And so if you are burning energy on the wrong things, for example, being in your head and overthinking, that takes cognitive energy. You fighting yourself for feeling and thinking things that are too much, more leak. Taking in clients who are draining, who send you 49 messages overnight, energy leak. Overworking and undercharging. You know that you are not getting paid enough for what you do. So that cognitive load, that emotional load, energy leak. So it doesn't matter how much rest you have if those programs are still running in the background draining you. Because if you do rest and take this, you rest and maybe charge your batteries up to here, the next time you start turning on again and taking action, all of those energy leaks that I mentioned are going to drain you fast because you have not taken care of them. So really, this was a big explanation to say that the very first one you need to do to fix your dysregulated system is remove your biggest energy leaks. In all of my nervous system courses and my one-to-one work, this is the very first thing we do. In my VIP sprints with my clients, the first question I ask them will have to do with how they're currently operating their business, and I immediately assess the energy leaks that they have in terms of their offers, in terms of the types of clients they want to work with, in terms of the marketing that they're doing, and in terms of their health habits. Because if you do not address the energy leaks, it doesn't matter how much rest. You're not going to recover because you're not filling up your system. You're not giving as much input compared to how much output, how much you're burning from these really energy taxing things like poor boundaries, like undercharging, like overthinking, right? Those are the things that are costing you. So take care of those and you will feel a massive, massive difference. The second is prioritize sleep. And this can get very complex very easily. Like literally, you could work with me for 10 days and we can optimize your sleep because there's so many nuances to sleep. And it's really vital for you to know what your normal circadian rhythms are and what works for you and how to get your nervous system to chillax so that you can get the recovered sleep. It's not really just about the quantity of sleep, it is the quality. You can have 6 hours of sleep in really high quality and have 8 to 10 hours of sleep of poor quality, and you're going to be better off with a low sleep, high quality. And so for you, you need to prioritize high quality of sleep. And the easiest principle that you can use today is set yourself up to ensure you wind down before bed. And after you wake up, set yourself up so that you have a steady pace to wake yourself up. And I will give you a very easy example that you can do today to make sure you don't leak energy from your sleep winding down and getting up. The first one is if you are doing this before bed, and this is the last thing you see before bed, that's an energy leak. That affects your sleep quality. If you've been asleep for 8 hours and this is the first thing you see, you've just loaded with yourself up, not just with dopamine, but it also fucks up your system and it doesn't allow it to upregulate normally on its own. And so, how is your relationship with your damn phone and social media? Because this is going to affect your quality of sleep. And so today, I would encourage you to take an honest look and audit about what you do before bed and after bed, and give yourself even just a few minutes. I'm not saying influencer like 1 hour type rituals, but 5 to 10 minutes of very intentional winding your body down. And then in the morning, allowing yourself to get up naturally and collect your thoughts. Go, what the fuck was I dreaming last night? Allow yourself to just naturally upregulate and wake up. And that will make a difference in your dysregulated nervous system. And number three is motion is regulation. This is super duper important, especially for burnout and going back to the rest that you have been told to use, especially if you are a high achieving practitioner, you actually like working. You don't mind working. You have a very good work ethic. Your work ethic is higher and better than most people. And then here you are being told to rest. That is not part of your biology. This is just like telling a border collie dog who is used to like running around the fields and say, girl, you gotta chill. Just stay here in bed, rest. No, you have energy to move around. You naturally have energy in your system to move around. Therefore, for you to not burn out, you actually need to intentionally move. And the key here is intentionally move, not move because you want to burn calories because you hate your body, but intentionally move that energy. The reason why you're burnt out is you're forcing yourself to do this when inside your energy's like doing this, right? This is energy taxing, forcing your ass to stay still while you have energy doing this all around is energy taxing. That's why you're burning out, not because of the things that you've done. The work is not the problem. It's how your body is responding and how you're working with your system. And so in my world, I teach all of my students this, and it is the primary regulation methodology that I use. Motion. Motion is regulation. Action is regulation. Action is healing. Action rewires your nervous system intentionally, right? Meeting yourself where you're at. If your energy is 30 out of 100 today, you can still move at a 30 energy, right? If your energy is at 60 today, you can move at 60, right? Where most people fuck up is their energy is like 30 and they're feeling very groggy and they push to 100%. Well, no wonder, right? Meet yourself where you're at. Keep moving. This is literally physics. What stays in motion will continue to go in motion. And so if you just keep moving based on your current pace today, now, you will still grow your business long term. Nothing is worse than completely stopping because you went 100% for 3 days when you had 30 for 3 days. You going in 30 for 3 days is going to be more productive than you going 100 and then stopping for 10 days. And so this really requires a very specific skill set because you are not taught this, right? You are taught to override all of your bodily cues since childhood. And so, in order for you to do this, you must then develop a new relationship with your nervous system to fix it. These three things are a great help that you can use today, and you will get a lot of results from applying this. You will get a lot of results from picking an energy leak that you know that your intuition was like, we gotta stop doing this shit, right? You already know that. Your system has been telling you for a long time. Removing that immediately is going to help. No, stopping the dopamine hit before and after bed from your phones, gonna help. Moving more, having intentional movement breaks and snacks throughout the day, staying in motion and meeting yourself where you're at today, that is going to fix a dysregulated nervous system. But if you want to get there faster with my very highly attuned skills to help you exactly how to do it and personalize it to your specific nervous system, then click on the link below to start your initial consult where we will start this process. I hope that these three things helped. You will definitely get a lot out of actually taking action on this today. And if you want more, we can chat. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one.